It's time now for the latest in local news. In the news, the Wayne County Board of Education is set to meet tomorrow at 6 p.m. for their monthly board meeting at the Tech Center. On the agenda, first item of business to make their Friday meeting an official meeting. The board met with Superintendent Jay Brinson this past Friday morning, took a tour of all 8 school facilities in the county. His board wanted to take a first-hand look at the building and their conditions. Also on the agenda tomorrow, a discussion on the practice football fields, as now that the school is building a track where the football practice field is. The school will discuss where the new practice fields will be for football, where they'll be located, what the cost of the system will be, and that on the agenda for tomorrow. Also on the agenda, discussion about the beginning of the 2021-2022 school year, also a COVID-19 update, and executive session discuss personnel and approve personnel. Expected this week, the announcement of the new school superintendent by the Board of Education. The board has to wait 14 days from the day they announce the final 3 candidates. Announcement expected one day this week. 3 finalists are local assistant superintendent Amy Denny, also finalist Valerie Cave, who resides in South Carolina, but all her education background in the Chatham County School District. And the 3rd finalist is Dr. Sean Kelly from Douglasville, Georgia. One of those 3 will be Wayne County's new school superintendent. Again, the announcement expected sometime this week. Again, current school superintendent Jay Brinson expected to retire from this system. His last day expected to be sometime at the end of March. Once again, the board meeting tomorrow at 6 p.m. for their monthly board meeting. Tomorrow, February 23rd, marks the 1-year anniversary of the shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery in Brunswick, Georgia, in Glenn County. Arbery was shot and killed while running through a neighborhood, and because Arbery was not able to finish the run, the family wants the running community locally and globally to help him finish the run a year after his slaying. Arbery's family, along with the 223 Foundation, a nonprofit foundation, has formed in Arbery's memory a viral run called Finish the Run. Participants can run, walk, or ride 2.23 miles anytime from February 23rd to March 3rd to keep Arbery's memory alive. Additionally, participants should share their runs on social media using the hashtag #FinishTheRun. Race registration costs $23. Proceeds go directly to the 223 Foundation Scholarship Fund that provides young men and women the opportunity to become future lawyers, local leaders, policymakers, social engineers, and other social justice-based career paths. Arbery's high school coach Jason Vaughn says they're trying to create a change, and they state they know they have to invest in the future, so every dime goes to the scholarships for students who will be pursuing degrees in social justice. And you go online, Finish the Run 2.23. We'll be back. Take a look at more of the County Commissioners meeting from Thursday, right after this word from our sponsor or other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Wayne County Commissioners met this past Thursday in a call meeting for the purpose of addressing several items that were tabled at their monthly meeting. The board voted 4-1 to approve a Public Works Authority, and the board voted 5-0 to establish an Altamaha River and Leisure Services Authority. This authority will be in charge of J.C. Landing, the Upper County Landing, Oglethorpe Landing, also known as Pig Farm Landing. This will be a 7-member board with each commissioner selecting a member and 2 at-large members. The authority will be in charge of operating the landing, working out a contract for the bait shop, possibly a restaurant. It will be able to acquire grants and seek donations. Once again, this has to be approved by the state legislature, and the commissioner is hoping that will be done this legislative session. We have more of the discussion concerning the 3-2 vote against the motion to allow Wayne County citizens to vote for a countywide chairman. Motion made by Commissioner Ralph Hickok, seconded by Kevin McCrary, and voted down 3-2, which we ran the last part of the conversation and vote on Friday's newscast. It was a lengthy discussion, and today and tomorrow we'll let you hear more of the discussion. Today we'll hear from Commissioner James Booth Thomas, who voted no, saying it would simply be a waste of taxpayers' money.
Knowing how the county, the chairmanship is all over the state, most of the counties our size, there are a few countywide chairmen, but most of the counties who have a countywide chairman, he also serves as the county administrator. Creating a countywide chairman in Wayne County, I think is a waste of taxpayers' money, because first of all, you got to run countywide. It comes with a salary. You got to chart out what his responsibilities going to be. To elect somebody as a countywide chairman just to have the term and to be able to boast that I'm the chairman is not worth the taxpayers' money. Just to conduct a meeting. And let me finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
And because that's what it is. And a countywide chairman comes with a salary. From checking statewide, as I represent that, one of the lowest salaries is around $90,000. The highest is over $300,000. Like I said, that comes with extra responsibilities. Now, if you do elect a countywide chairman, that means whoever runs for countywide chairman would have to relinquish their district, because you can't run for countywide chairman and then have a district, because that person has a certain amount of power. So that means you're going to have a sixth person. We have 5 commissioners and a countywide chairman. Who's going to break the tie? Now you got to create another district, somebody who can break the tie. You are costing the county a lot of money just for bragging rights, and I'm the chairman. As far as I'm concerned, the chairman, like I read, it has no more responsibilities as far as power than anybody else on the board. I think that Herschel is doing a great job. Is it that you think he's not doing a good job? If not, I haven't heard you voice that opinion. Actually, being a chairman is sort of it's a headache, because being a chairman and then taking care of your district is adding extra responsibilities to you, because you get to call all the time. You got to do this, do that, sign papers. And I commend him for the job he does. And I think he does a great job as a chairman. That's why I've been a chairman I don't know how many times. It's not something I'll just line up to do. But he has an innate talent and skills of dealing with a cross-section of people. His business, he deals with people. He can deal with law enforcement. He was a deputy. He was GBI. Did you know he was GBI? Yes. He was GBI. So he can deal with law enforcement and other things, which I think is great with him, and I think that's why that things run smooth. I don't have a problem with what he's doing.
Again, those comments at James Boot Thomas this past Thursday at the call meeting. Again, the motion for a countywide chairman vote was voted down 3-2, with Commissioners James Thomas, Herschel Harrison, Mike Roberts voting against, and Commissioners Ralph Hickox and Kevin Curry voting yes. Again, on Tuesday's newscast, we'll close out the conversation. Let you hear from Commissioner Ralph Hickox, who argued for the countywide chairman position. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news. WIFO contacted GBI agent Stacy Carson this past Friday looking for an update on the shooting death of 31-year-old Jerry Davis, who was shot and killed at his residence on January 13th on Old Thorpe Road. Carson says still no arrest as of yet, but still under investigation at this time. GBI is still asking if anyone knows anything about the shooting to contact the GBI at 912-729-6198. You can contact the Wayne County Sheriff's Department at 427-5970. Davis was shot multiple times at his residence at 2695 Oglethorpe Road. Once again, was the first murder of the year 2021, and as of today, still unsolved, still under investigation. Also, still waiting on the district attorney's ruling on the GBI investigation into the allegations brought against Jesup Police Chief Mike Lane, in which the allegations led to his firing from the job by the city of Jesup. Lane still has several days to decide whether he wants to file for a grievance hearing. That's expected to happen. We'll continue to follow that story as well. But no word yet from the district attorney as to whether or not the chief will face any criminal charges now that the GBI report is complete and on his desk. Mike Lane, City Manager Mike Deal, and City of Jesup all being sued by 3 former female employees of the Jesup Police Department. They are Patricia Brantley, Grace Straney, and Gracie Conard. All 3 claim a pattern of the chief of police preying on young women, including lewd, sexually suggestive comments and unwanted touching. Lawsuit alleges sexual harassment. Suit against the city manager alleges that the city manager simply didn't take any action against the chief of police, even after being made aware of the complaints. Once again, WIFO continues to follow these stories as they develop. Next step, waiting to see when and if the former chief of police files for a grievance hearing. Finally, in the news, don't forget Hospice Side Georgia sponsoring Family Night Wednesday, March 3rd, 6 p.m. at Hospice at 1625 Sunset Boulevard. They state this is a meeting for children, teenagers, and parents to discuss ways to cope and heal during difficult seasons in their lives. If you or someone you know has experienced loss in any form, similar to a death, loss of employment, divorce, financial burden, a recent move, or anything in between, there's your call and register. And you can sign up by calling Hospice at 912-588-0080. Pizza and refreshments will be provided. Again, the event takes place Wednesday, March 3rd at 6 p.m. at Hospice located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.